play.
We're going to be talking basketball.
Dishes it to Barkley, who somehow finds daylight. Allen for the win! Yes!
You are now listening to the 302 Birds Sixers Postgame Show with Dennis and KJ McCoy. Proudly powered by TickPick. Let's take it to the show.
What a win. I can't believe I'm saying this, but what a win. The Sixers actually defeated. Let's see if we still got them here. They actually defeated the Golden State Warriors tonight. 126-119. And wow, what a game. And we're going to get right into it. We're waiting for Dennis. I think it's just me right now. But oh wait, there he is. Having some technical difficulties, but we're good now. There he is. All right, there you are. What's up, Dennis? How about the Sixers, man? How about it? We actually won a game.
The Sirianni curse
There you go.
or good luck charm comes true. Shave your head and your team will win a game.
That's right.
Mother of God, I never thought shaving my head would mean something so good. Gray hair went away. The Sixers won a game. Sirianni shaved his head. Then they won the Super Bowl. So it's a great day to be alive for a Sixers fan today.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is for sure.
I didn't even have to rub my belly today.
Now you just rub your head. Now you just rub your head. That's all you gotta do. But yeah, what a freaking win. That was awesome. I mean, to beat a guy like Curry, I mean, beat the Warriors as well. It was great to see that. And I think we got to talk about this first because, I mean, even though the team as a team, they did amazing shooting wise. I mean, from the field, we actually went 57.6 for 3-pointers. I mean, 57%. I don't know if anybody else sees this, but Dennis is just frozen on my end. But we'll just move on. I don't know. 57% from 3. And then from field goals, we were 52%. There we go. He's back a little bit. 52% from the field. So that was great to see. I mean, they were just on fire with 3-point shots. And, I mean, Yabusele was going crazy. You saw even guys like Paul George kind of came back with he went 3 for 5 on threes. And then from what I'm looking at as well, Oubre actually I watched it too. Oubre had a great game as well. We'll probably start with that. Kelly Oubre finishes with 20 points. He went 6 for 13 from the field. So that was great to see. He went 3 for 6 from 3-point range. So that was great to see as well. So, I mean, the team was just they were firing from all cylinders, and it was just great to see them shoot this well against a team that is known for shooting. Well, really, a team that has the best shooter of all time in Stephen Curry. So that was really cool. And I mean, even seeing after the game that Quentin Grimes was getting the respect from Steph Curry and telling him he had a great shooting game and a great game for sure. I mean, that was cool to see.
I think the biggest thing that sticks out, I mean, when you get Oubre playing 42 minutes, I mean, that's a lot of minutes on a guy that's not used to it. Still going 6 for 13, 3 for 6 from 3, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. I mean, the man was trying to deliver any way he could. 20 points. When you've got players that are able to put up points like that, I mean, Maxey's burnt. Like, Maxey's just burned out. So, rest of the season, if he don't put up 20 points in a game, I'm not going to complain. I mean, the kid held on as long as he could. He's tired. I know it's not a topic tonight, but I feel like this team has a new energy involved. I feel like the distraction has been disengaged, so now they can kind of shift their focus. It may be a little too late for them to turn the season around, but I think it's enough time for them to go out on a high note to recover for next year. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to think about it. We're still missing a lot of key players with injury. McCain's down, Gordon's down, Lowry's out. It's just a lot of stuff that's went down this season that has not helped us. But for Kelly Oubre to step up, everything that guy's been through, I mean, Oubre can stay with the Sixers for as long as he wants. Guys made a point to step up when he needs to, and when he has a big game, he does it in a different way, and it's either points, rebounds, or assists, or just his presence on the court. He's not one of them players that always demands respect, but when it comes time and he stands out, you have to respect him on the court, and he shows you why. He will kill you in different ways, different moves. Just his body movement when he's feeling different gives you that aspect that he's ready to just deliver. So that's just kind of my opinion. For a team that lost to Golden State the first time around, I think it was a 20-point plus loss, to come back and win in this shape of form by 7 points, especially against Golden State and Steph Curry, that's just a standout. I mean, they're showing that they still have heart, they still have a little bit of life. I just don't think it's enough to save the season.
Yeah. I mean, we were just talking about it. Tyrese Maxey had a quiet night, as you were saying as well. He had 5 points. And he didn't do so great from the field, which was kind of unfortunate to see. He went 2 for 14 from the field, and he went 0 for 2 for 3-pointers. So I mean, it wasn't the greatest night for Maxey. I mean, honestly, it was one of his worst. But the rest of the team stepped up, which was great to see. The rest of the team really stepped up, and they played off each other. The good thing was Maxey did, however, have 11 assists, which is great to see from your point guard, for sure, getting more than 10 assists in the game. I mean, he had more assists than he had points. So I think he'll be he can come out with that performance, be like, you know what, though, here's the positive. I had 11 assists. The team won. So I think that's the main thing with Tyrese Maxey. And as we were just saying too, I mean, like, this is a great win for us, but I mean, like, in people's back of their heads right now, you're thinking to yourself, what are you guys doing? Why is Quentin Grimes going off? Because we want to tank. That's what we seem like we want to do. Joel Embiid being out for the rest of the season. It seems like this team could be in the direction of tanking, but I mean, with a game like that going against a Golden State team, as we were just saying, I don't know. I mean, even though it's just one game, I think this might be like the win to get them over the hump just a little bit. Maybe just to make them more positive of an outlook of a season, but we'll see. I mean, so there's a little bit more games left, and we'll see if they can squeeze out some more wins. I don't think it's going to be that significant, but I think this could be like a building block for some potential wins as well. It could be, but you never know.
I mean, yeah, I don't think it's as much as tanking would be probably a decent idea to get a better pick, get some help in there, some young blood. It's not in Philly nature to just tank something and not have heart. So as much as I would love for them to kind of just tank it and go get somebody young and out there, I can't do it with Philly blood going through us, man. It's just, it doesn't seem right to tank. You know what I mean? That's kind of where my standalone is with it. I think Nick Nurse had a great coaching performance, being smart with his challenges tonight. Smart with his timeout calling, making sure everybody was tired. Wasn't too tired. Grimes was kind of worn out there at the end, so I think that's why he missed those 2 free throws. He was kind of burned out. Basketball is a team sport. It's not something you can just keep going on your own. The fact that they lasted that long and did what they did was amazing. But when your team goes 45 for 85 in a field goal percentage, I mean, you're going to deliver. When you go 19 for 33, you're going to deliver. We did get outboarded by 9 boards.
Yeah.
They did have more assists than us. But at the end of the day, when you're delivering 52.9 field goal percentage over 46, I mean, think about this. They put up the Golden State put up over 100 shots and only 46 dropped and 12 for 42 for 3. That's bad for Golden State, especially for Steph Curry. But again, Steph Curry is not Steph Curry of old. He's older. You know what I mean? He's not what he used to be. But when you have percentages like that and you can deliver like that and you can spread the ball, even on the bench with Yabusele had 18 points. Edwards had 4. Doughton, I think that's his name. I can't ever pronounce it.
Doughton.
Yeah, that guy had 5 points, and then Walker had 3. When you can still have a bench that puts up that, and you only had 4 bench players out of your starting 5, that's a lot because they didn't have Bona, they didn't have Butler, and they didn't have Council. But that was
and not Jimmy Butler, guys. Just to keep it, just to clarify, Jimmy Butler. Well, they didn't have Jimmy Butler for the Warriors over there. He did not get another revenge game. But yeah, proceed, Dennis. You're good. Just want to
when
clarify.
you only have 9 guys, and you can go out there and do that, that isn't luck. That isn't the talent you have on the court. That is simply heart. That is Sixers basketball. That is Philly sports. Next man up. And I think they're starting to realize, and I know we're not trying to like go back on the Embiid thing here.
Yeah.
But the process has been disengaged. The process is no longer a distraction. They can now be proactive, progressive, and really lay down a hammer to say, hey, we may not be here this year, but next year you're in trouble. And I think that's what it is. I think they're starting to get their mojo back, and they're starting to feel confident in themselves. Even if we were to lose every game for the remainder of the season, if they can walk out with their heads up saying, hey, we went out there, shot lights out, we have a lot of injuries, and we had a lot of distractions, but at the end of the day, we still have our heart, and we can go into next season carrying that. If you bring that in, I think it's a different team for the Sixers next season. Right now, I think we're also not talking about a distraction just being Embiid. This team has been surrounded by distractions with a new stadium that affected the team because players were affected by that, because people blowing up Instagrams and complaining and everything else. So it wasn't just that distraction. But when you have Daryl Morley doing dumb stuff the way he's doing, you got the PG thing, people questioning that, you didn't know what you were getting. Or if you're just me and KJ where we're complaining about a dog as a mascot, it's a lot of distractions that will throw this team off and make them not be able to focus. I'm still not sold on Nick Nurse. He doesn't have a Philly coaching style that I think fits for the Philadelphia 76ers.
Yeah, I agree. I agree for sure. As you were just saying, though, before, with the signing of Paul George, obviously, I think tonight he looked a little bit more focused, and it looked like he really wasn't the podcast P we were talking about last episode. It really seemed like this time, I mean, like he had, from what I was looking at before, he had 17 points. He had 17 points. He had some really good assists, I remember, as well. He had some pretty good assists.
He went, sorry, KJ, I'm just trying to give you your 6 for 13, field goal percentage, 3 for 5 from 3-point, which is really good for him.
It was.
8 rebounds, 4 assists.
Yeah.
And had 17 points in general. So,
and yeah, they were smart shots too. They were really smart shots. The 3-point shots that he took, they were also just lasers too. So they were really nice to see from a guy like Paul George. a guy who has not really been consistent. I mean, especially at these kind of games. So, I mean, to see him be that consistent from 3-point range was really cool. He looked like, honestly, he looked like prime George. I mean, the way that he was shooting when I was seeing him, because he went back to back with threes at one point. So that was good to see. So I think
He also had 2 steals and a block.
yeah. Yeah, I remember that block too. That block was nasty. So that was a great block for sure. But yeah, I mean, if he can really just stay off the podcasting and really just focus on what he's here to do, and that's play basketball, I think he'll be all right. I think he'll be decent. We just need him to be decent. That's what we need, especially for this season. And I think he also knows.
I feel like that's a lot of athletes' problems, though.
Yeah.
Sorry, y'all. I'm sorry I'm moving a lot. I have pinched nerves in my back, so legs go numb. Apologize. I know I'm not probably being distracted here. Sorry, KJ.
Oh, no, you're good. You're good.
You know how bad my back issues are, but that's another story for another day.
You're good, brother.
This is why I'll never play basketball, because I'm in worse shape than Embiid, and I'm shorter than him by a lot, and I'm fat. I feel like that's the issue nowadays, though. Like, all these athletes are doing these podcasts and stuff. They're distracted. They don't have a focus. And it's not like football where they play one day and then go all week.
Yeah.
Or they have a 4-day gap. Basketball, they're lucky if they get a day in between. There's days they play back to back. Like, it don't work. And I feel like that's been PG's problem for as long as he's been podcasting. Dude, just focus on the game. Tell him you'll be back next season after your season's done. Or do a show during the All-Star break. And if you're not in the playoffs, do it during the playoffs.
Right.
But if you're in season, play fucking basketball.
Yeah.
I'm trying not to curse. You're welcome, Dalton. But like, Jesus God, man, just play basketball. When he's locked in, Paul George is a different player. It's proven fact every time when he is locked in, he is a different player. Just like Drummond. When Drummond's out of his head and he ain't got no distractions, he puts up like he did tonight. What did he have? 9 boards?
He had 14 boards. He had 14 boards, 10 points, and he had 2 assists. But, I mean, from the
5
field,
of those boards were offensive rebounds.
Yeah.
And Drummond's never been an offensive rebounded threat. So the fact that you're putting up over 1 offensive rebound to deliver the way that he is now,
yeah,
he's refocused. He knows that the team goes around him. He knows that he don't got to worry about Mr. Distraction himself. He knows he's got nothing to worry about. He knows it all circles around him.
Yeah. Yeah,
So,
I think with Drummond, it's really cool to see him back on the team because I mean he gives a lot of effort, especially on the rebounding side of the ball. I think defensive rebounding is one of his strong suits for sure. It really is. I mean, he's one of the best.
Big, man.
Yeah, he's just so big, and that's
what he doesn't make up for in height, he makes up for in muscle.
Yeah,
and he just bodies you.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a total workhorse for sure. He really is. But I mean, someone else that has really just, I mean, the guy was insane tonight, and he had a career night. I mean, Dennis, what did you think about what you saw from the sensational Quentin Grimes? I mean, what a night for this guy. What do you think?
So
44
points. I don't get the live feed, so I kind of had to like listen to everything.
Yeah.
And then I was watching highlights. Quentin Grimes to step out and deliver a performance like that with only 37 minutes and you go 18 for 24, that's like 2K Hall of Fame numbers. Like, if you're playing NBA 2K and you're playing on Hall of Fame and you got to go against LeBron, that's Hall of Fame, NBA 2K, Black Mamba takeover, whatever they call it now, because I haven't played 2K in months. That is just a different man. 6 for 9 for 3, 2 for 8 from free throws, which I would like to see him work on. The last 2 that he missed, I really don't blame on him, especially when you do 37 minutes. You've already put up 24 shots. Like, you're gassed, and it's the fourth quarter. You got what, under a minute left? Like, now they're just reaching, trying to catch up. So Grimes to step up. Guy's got a bright future in Philly. I think he has the heart to play in Philly. He just needs to stay consistent and keep proving that he belongs here. But he ain't no small man, and I mean, that ain't one that I would sleep on.
Yeah, I mean, he had a really crazy game. I mean, just to see him be that dominant against a pretty dang good Warriors team, it was really cool. I mean, he was insane from three. It was just lasers. He was just shooting lasers. He looked like he was shooting laser beams. He went 6 for 9 from 3-point range, and he went 18 for 24 from the field. I mean, that's still really good. That's a really good percentage right there. I'm not that great at math with percentages and everything like that. I can't really see it right on the score sheet, what his percentage was with that. But yeah, he looked great. That dunk that he had, that was great too. I mean, the steal that he had, where he had the fast break and he slammed it. He said he felt good. I think he just works in the system, and it's really cool to see a guy like him have a crazy game like that, and somebody who we just acquired as well. We traded away Caleb Martin for him, which I kind of was on. I was kind of like a little like, why did we trade away Caleb Martin? Oh, well, we traded him away because we're not a finals contender anymore, and we got Caleb Martin because we thought we would be a finals contender and a guy who can stop the Celtics, a guy who can match up against Jason Tatum, a really good defensive player. And then we just traded him, and I was like scratching my head like, why? And then I was like, oh, Quentin Grimes. I'm like, oh, he's a decent player. The guy averages with us and Dallas, he averaged this season 10 points per game. How much does he score today? 44 points, his career high, which is just insane to see that. And just the pure domination he had was just, it was insane to watch. And I was just, my mind was blown and my jaw was to the ground. It was just a crazy scene. And especially just to see a guy go off like that with obviously, I mean, the guy probably can feel he can feel the emptiness, even though it was a packed stadium because of, I mean, the impact of Curry. I mean, Curry playing against us. I mean, that was one of the reasons why that whole stadium was packed. But I think he knows the whole the noise that's coming around. I mean, hearing about the tanking, hearing about, you know what, this team is a 9-game losing streak. And yeah, I mean, he can obviously hear the noise, but he honestly, he drowned out the noise. He went out there and balled out. And I mean, he should be freaking proud of himself. I mean, the team's proud of him. I'm proud of him. What a game for Quentin Grimes. And hopefully way more of these games we get to see from Quentin Grimes. Now, it is tough. I mean, it's a really big task to have a guy like that go from 10 points to maybe being a 20-point scorer per game, maybe 30 points per game. I don't think he's going to be at 30 points per game, but I can see the guy maybe elevating, kind of like how Kelly Oubre elevated last year. I mean, he had the best season he's ever had in his whole career. I mean, he was scoring 20 points per game last season. So that was great to see him really just like thrive with the Sixers, with the Sixers team. And maybe Quentin Grimes is that guy that really goes to a new scenery. He kind of changes his game up a little bit and gets more confident. And he was really confident from the 3-point line. I mean, he really was. Now, speaking about the line, though, unfortunately, though, he wasn't that good from the free throw line. The guy could have probably had 50 points tonight if he made more of his free throws. I believe he missed maybe, what was it, like
6?
Yeah, he missed 6. So that's not good, unfortunately. The good thing is, though, honestly, you can't really think about 6 missed free throws because the Sixers still won the game. They won it 126-119. The Sixers were doing great from 3-point range. They were doing great from field goal, doing great from the field as well. So I think he can probably still be proud, but like you can still look in the back of your head and be like, yeah, there was one little minor thing you got to fix, and that's the free throws. But you know what though?
You might not agree with me, but I feel like PG bailed him out with that 2-pointer at the end.
Bailed out Grimes?
He bailed Grimes out with them 2 missed free throws at the end when he got that last 2-pointer up to give him like a 5-point lead.
Yeah, I mean, what you're saying, like he should have passed the ball to him?
No, I'm saying like he bailed him out from them giving up a quick possession because that burned a little bit of time for them to get the ball, then PG to do what he had to do to milk the clock a little bit. And then that kind of forced Curry to rush down the court and put that 3 up that he missed. So it was just like I'm saying, it was just kind of like a good bailout. Like he helped him get that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I feel like it was kind of a bailout, like, hey, I got your back. Let's ride this thing to the wheels fall off type of move. And that's just veteran mentality from PG.
Yeah.
But again, Grimes doing what he did. You got to stand on business, man. Or in the words of WWE NXT, you got to stand and deliver. And tonight was the night that Grimes said, I'm going to stand on business and I'm going to deliver for Philadelphia. And when you put up that kind of numbers, I just hope that he's ready for the pressure of the city to come back on him now, saying, like, you did it now. You did it once. Yeah. Now you got to do it at least 2 or 3 times a year.
Yeah, and I think it was really good to see a guy like we've got a lot of sharp shooters from the past. I mean, we can look back at it like Danny Green. We got him for a little bit. We had JJ Redick. We had
Lou Williams.
Yeah, you said Lou Williams? Yep, Lou Williams. I kind of meant from like this kind of like I'd probably say like the last 5 to maybe 10 years. But I mean, Lou Williams is a good example as well if we want to go.
Iguodala.
Yeah, before. But what I'm really saying, though, is like when we did these trades, that's what I really meant. Because those guys were.
No, I'm with you there. I mean,
yeah, that's what I meant. Like, the guys that
Fultz could shoot. Right. There's so many players that we've had that could shoot, man.
Well, Fultz really. The problem was Fultz really couldn't, though. Fultz kind of got like that weird like shot form, and his shooting form was kind of screwed up. But what I was really trying to make, though, what I was really trying to say was. The guys that we traded for, and we were like, okay, that's a guy that we're bringing here who's supposed to be a knockdown shooter, a guy who is just a 3-point threat. As we were saying, like JJ Redick, guys like the guys I was just naming, JJ Redick, guys like who was the other guy I named? Danny Green, and then Caleb Martin was one of them too. But to see, I mean, I would probably say out of all those guys, I mean, for Quentin Grimes, I mean, even though just this game happened, I think it's great to see a guy like him not only be great shooting wise, but also being really aggressive in the lane. I mean, he had the dunk, he had a couple of layups that were really nice, a couple of floaters as well. So that was cool. I just think he's really dynamic. And as we were saying before, as Dennis said, I think he knows. And already I think he kind of realizes, okay, if you play your butt off every game like that was actually – like we were saying this recently, like how the NBA has kind of been dying in general, how the NBA has kind of been like a really bad product, which really sucks for me and Dennis because we're both really big basketball fans. So we don't want to see this game die. We don't want to see the NBA die or anything like that. But I'll tell you this was actually an intriguing game. If you think about it, it was a really intriguing game. It was exciting. You even saw, like, as we were saying before, the 3-point game was just really exciting to see the Sixers have because, I mean, you're playing a guy like Curry. So that was really cool to see. Curry also went off. You got to give it to him. You got to tip your hat to him as well. He had 29 points. I did a little parlay, and I need him to score 30 points. It sucks because he only scored 29. So I was 1 point off. I usually don't do parlays or do anything like that, but I just felt like Curry's going to have 30 points, and he had 29. So –
clip it, baby, clip it. That's all I can tell you.
Yeah.
It's all about the head being shaved. Let's all make a bet right now. If we win another game, KJ's got to shave his head.
Okay, here's the thing. No. That will not happen because that will lose me a lot of game with the chicks, man. I can't do that. So no. I used to, if it was KJ from 10 years ago, I would say yes, do it. I'll do it on live. But no. I enjoy having my hair. So
all right, if we lose 45 games, you got to shave one of your eyebrows.
Jesus Christ. No, we are not doing anything about shaving. No shaving thing. For you, I said the shaving thing because you enjoy shaving your head off. I don't anymore. I do not. I do not. I realized that I actually like having. He's cracking up. He's cracking up. But we'll figure out something. Nothing with shaving, though. Nothing with shaving.
Buddy. Oh, man.
Nothing with shaving. But any last thoughts, Dennis? What you got? What you got?
I got it. I got something for you if we lose 45 games.
God. What, 45 more games? You're saying?
If we lose a total of 45 games this season.
Oh no, we're gonna do that. I promise you that's gonna happen.
I know, that's why this makes it so much more fun for me.
No. I'm not saying nice try. Nice try, Slick Rick.
I was
nice
gonna tell
try,
you gotta
bud.
get a tattoo of my face on your arm.
Okay, here's the thing. I will be homeless. You know I will be homeless if I get a tattoo here. I will be homeless. So as much as I would love to get a tattoo, as much as I would love to get a tattoo, it can't happen in the house that I'm at right now. So
I'm kidding. I love you.
No, I know. But
it's my final thoughts on tonight because I know we try to keep these short because it's late and I know everybody's trying to enjoy their weekends.
Yeah, and everyone's probably like, "Shut up, KJ." But I get it.
Probably shut up, both of us. First off, thank you to Tick Pick for being a sponsor. We appreciate you. Thanks to Nick's Pizza. We appreciate you. Thank you to KJ for being my best friend and doing this show with me. Thank you to Dalton for giving me the opportunity to be here with my friend and do this. Thank you to you wonderful, great fans that tune in to watch us. I'm sorry that I'm having internet issues and I have to use the nice little fancy picture that KJ made because I can't do things like that because I'm not artistically inclined.
Everyone, he's currently at McDonald's. He's using the McDonald's Wi-Fi.
No, I live on a farm with a fucking house that has a metal roof that I get no good signal in. Yeah. Don't judge me. So, with that said, thank you to the Sixers for a win tonight. Great game to watch for the ones that were able to watch it because you live up there and you're not in Florida. Congratulations. Glad you guys got to see a good win like that, especially a standout performance from Grimes. Just amazing. Again, KJ, thank you. Thank you to the Sixers for giving us a good game to watch. Thank you to Dalt. Thank you to everybody at 302 Birds. Ash, Jack, I got something to tell you in a minute when KJ does his closing line, but we'll let KJ go and I'll shut up now.
Yeah, so the Sixers got the win, and let's keep it going. Even though I was thinking a couple days ago we were thinking of tanking, and I had the paper bag on my head, but I guess we're gonna switch it over and kind of be like, you know what? If Quentin Grimes can lead us to some more victories, I'll take it. So you know what you got to do? You got to ring the bell, and that's what the Sixers are doing tonight, obviously, and singing that Sixers theme song and clap your hands, and they're feeling good. So probably celebration in the locker room for Quentin Grimes, which is pretty cool. A crazy milestone, and congrats to him for sure. And honored to be doing the show, and thank you guys for joining in. 26 viewers right now, and this is literally at the end of the show, so this is freaking amazing. So thank you guys. Like, I can't even believe it. I know that sounds like, for some YouTubers, that sounds like pathetic, but for us though, it's a really cool milestone. So we really appreciate it for sure. So subscribe to 302 Birds. Follow. I think Dennis has a Dennis got a TikTok. I'm pretty sure he does.
Yep, 302 Sixers.
Yeah,
Dennis 302 Sixers. Everything's the same on mine.
If you want to, you can follow me. You don't have to. I mean, I'm not holding you to the edge of a cliff. That's never.
We don't expect that, but we appreciate it. If you guys have questions, you ever want to come on the show,
let us know. We'll
arrange it. We'd love to have you.
We do have some really cool guests lined up, and we will be announcing them in a couple weeks. We're not going to say any hints. We're not going to say anything, but let's just say we have some guests lined up, and we're excited. Yeah,
I feel like
I said don't give any hints.
I didn't give a hint. I'm saying peace.
Are you
Peace
sure?
and
I
love.
heard some kind of animal. I heard a reference of an animal.
I'm thinking about animals in my head. There was a nice squirrel in my yard earlier.
Nice. I didn't know squirrels have bouncy ears.
No, this one. No, this fucking squirrel, dude. It's the most abnormal squirrel I've ever seen in my life. It looks like a meerkat because it's so tall and it's got a black head and its ears are like this. Like things are straight up. It's weird.
Okay, you guys send me and Ash a picture. Us being the animal nerds.
Yeah, I promise you, I will send you a picture, bro.
I need to
Like
see
it
a
was.
picture of that thing.
Hold on. What did the Sixers just send something? Oh, back in the win column. I thought it was something else. Are we ready for that line?
We're ready for it.
Can I drop the line?
Let's
Hey,
go.
Jack, it's an outro, not an intro. Play that motherfucking outro. Shot.
104, 7 seconds to play.
We're going to be talking basketball.
Dishes it to Barkley, who somehow finds daylight.